The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Business Zone with
Don Strozier
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today, Don, we're going to have a great show.
Oh, yes, we are. I am super excited today.
So for those of you who are just tuning in, our phone number here is 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. This is the Business Zone, and we're on air every Friday from 3 to 5 with our very special co-host,
Don Strozier.
And actually, Crystal Mitchell is not here today. She's taking care of business for the show. So she'll be back next week. And today, I want to talk a little bit, Don, about what we've done this week.
We had an amazing weekend,
didn't we? We had an amazing week.
Yes, God is so good.
And this is amazing based on your participation, your labor of love. You want to tell us a little bit about it? Tell the audience a little bit.
Well, this weekend was the red carpet premiere of The Blend Talk. It's an amazing talk show focusing on the mind, body, and spirit. And I have the opportunity to co-host. I'm a reoccurring co-host with 4 amazing women, 4 African-American doctors that I am so honored to be working with. And it was great. It was absolutely great.
And this show is different than any other shows out there.
Yes.
And part of the reason is these are women who are they're African Americans.
Yes, and
they're
they are doctors, very qualified in their field of different practices. So we have a psychologist, which is Peace Amadi, Dr. Peace Amadi. She is the psychologist of the group. We have Jill Diamond Taylor. The world knows Jill Diamond Taylor. She is an author, life coach. She's a motivational speaker, and she's awesome. She adds so much credibility and value to the team. We have a naturopathic doctor, which is Dr. Carr, Tabitha Carr. I love this lady. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's out of Oklahoma. And then we have Dr. Gloria Chance. And Dr. Gloria Chance is she's different from Peace. Let me tell you her position. I'm trying to pull her back up here. But anyway, you guys, she's about she's about peace and tranquility, and she offers a whole different dynamic. So these women are the blend, and it's a show that I think is going to add so much value to our community. You're going to call in and get answers. It's kind of like a Dr. Phil, or if you listen to 99.5 on the weekend, you got Dr. What is his name? Dr. Robert Brooks, or Dr. Robert, I think his last name is Brooks, or Schumann. Dr. Schumann, he's on. So it's kind of like that.
That's great. I think the show, I mean, I was at the preview, and thank you for inviting me to the red carpet session there. But I was there also, and I was watching the launch of the show. It was really good. It was really good.
It was a good show, wasn't it?
I think the content was great. The fact that you got, and one of the things that you didn't even mention, you were also a part of that show. You were on the show as one of their honorary guests.
That's right. No, I'm a reoccurring host.
Yes.
And my position is I'm the fitness expert. I'm the residential fitness expert. So during that first show viewing, I did some wakes with Dr. Carr and Dr. Chance.
Yes.
We talked about the benefits exercise has on stress. It was a really, really great show. And guess what?
What?
the founder, the CEO,
Yes.
the executive producer of the show will be here next week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Lavonda Ross. She
La
will
Ross,
be here
yes.
along with
She's phenomenal.
Dr. Chance. No, Dr. Peace will be here.
Excellent.
So you get a chance to hear from those ladies.
Excellent.
So no, Dr. Gloria Chance is also a psychologist.
Yes, I love what they presented, and I
Yeah.
love what they covered. I also love the fact that they brought in
Les Brown.
motivational speaker Les Brown. And
Was he funny?
Oh, he was amazing. I mean, that's the first time I actually saw him.
Really?
That's the first time. I've heard his name a lot. I've heard a lot about his work, but I've never actually seen him in action. And
Really?
he was just funny. He was just amazing. He's got great
You've
information.
never seen him in action
Never
before?
seen
Well,
him
the next
before.
time he's in LA, I'm going to see if he can come by.
Please
He's
do.
a good friend of
Yes,
mine. He's
yes.
Yes, I've known him for quite some time. It was a dream to meet him. And when I met him years ago,
Yes.
he grabbed a hold of me like I was family.
Yes.
And every time he's in LA
Yeah.
or when he's doing something I have the time to go to, I go.
Yes.
I'm a student of Les Brown's. I think he's
love that.
absolutely amazing.
I love it. I love it.
So listen, if you missed the show, you can go to theblendtalk.com, theblendtalk.com. You can go to our website. You can also go to Facebook and watch the show, the premiere of the show on Facebook.
When does it come on? What time?
Every
and what
Thursday
day?
at 7 p.m.
Every Thursday at
Yes.
7.
And 4 o'clock, I guess, Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yes. This is great. I really liked it, and I heard a lot of great feedback about it. So this is excellent.
It's a good show.
And knowing that you're going to be on it also, for those of you who don't really know Dawn Strozier is a fitness expert. And she's the kind of fitness expert. She knows herself. Not only does she know what she's doing, but she also educates you while she's working you out. And she's been asking me to come to her studio to work me out for the longest time, and I keep giving her excuses.
I think he's scared. But it's okay. I keep telling him, I'm going to challenge you right where you are. I'm going to start with right where you are in terms of your fitness level. We're going to move from there. I'm not going to hurt you.
I think the first time I go, I might die because she is too phenomenal. I see her work people out, and I'm going, oh, my soul, I can't do that. I used to play soccer.
Well, you're not going to do burpees. Listen, Crystal, the co-host here. I trained Crystal, and Crystal she was the same way when she first started training with me. She started dancing with me first, luckily. So she's gotten used to my personality. But we train, and she's moved from push-ups on her knees to regular push-ups, and she's great at it.
Yeah.
She moved from bench burpees to half burpees on the floor. Now she's doing full burpees. And listen, so I've challenged Crystal, and it's not just me. When you get into the environment of 76-year-old Thelma Houston, who's doing burpees and running rings around my other clients, she's gonna make you want to work hard.
I know.
It's just kind of hard being in a group with some other. That is why I like group training.
Yeah.
Group training is amazing.
Yes.
Because not only are you motivated by me, but you see the results of other people.
Right.
And it challenges you. So I don't have to say anything sometimes.
I know.
I can tell you do low impact, and you'll look around and say, no. She is not going to outperform me at 76, and I'm 48.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
You are phenomenal.
I don't have to
I
say
got to
much.
give it to you.
Well, thank you. God is good.
I've been around a lot of fitness trainers, and I'm telling you, you are phenomenal.
Thank you. So when are you joining me?
Let me see. Let me check my calendar.
Since I'm so great.
Couldn't you
I'm phenomenal.
let me know when I'm available on my calendar, please?
I can come to you.
You can come to me.
Just tell me when to come. I love you, Gilbert.
I'm sure we're going to connect at some point. I'm sure we will. Oh, my soul. But this is great, though. This is great. The things you've been doing. Now, for those of you who are listening, you're tuning into the Business Zone. If you're tuning in for the first time, you don't know what the Business Zone is about. The Business Zone is a platform where supply diversity comes together with small businesses and provide opportunity for business owners. You also have a co-host here on the show that provide you guidance and training so you can help to grow and build your business as well, so you can access some of those opportunities.
And let me say this. I've been doing business for about 20 years. And prior to co-hosting with you guys, I thought I was really doing something. And you've enhanced my ability to do well.
Oh, well,
I mean,
thank you.
You've taken my business to the next level. The information that you provide,
Yes.
the information that you and Crystal provide,
Yes, yes.
is just great. I have to say that. It's life-changing for small businesses.
That's exactly what we want to do for small business, because we recognize that in our community, there isn't anyone there to help small businesses, guide small business, provide them resources. The thing about it is, it's the fittest of the fittest that survive.
Right.
And if you don't have it, then you get trampled on.
Yes.
So this platform helps to provide you with opportunities. And when our next two guests come on the show today, they're going to share some of their resources as well, just to show you guys out there that this is something that you really need to do.
The information you give, you can't get anywhere else, and you can't get it for free.
No.
The information you provide yourself,
Yes.
the tips that you give every week,
Yes.
you can't get that for free. So
Exactly.
And so you guys unselfishly give. So I'm honored to be a part of it.
That's right.
And I'm looking forward to hearing from our guests.
Yes, definitely. So we're at, is there anything else you want to share, Don, before we take a quick break?
I just want to say that I am so excited.
I am too. And
I'm excited.
I'm happy for you for the program, the new program that you got going. This is just...
And this is a great time to get this information so that we can get in position, because we are in the last quarter of the year. Can you believe the year's over?
Right. And one of the things that we're going to do as we progress with this show over the next few weeks, we're going to start doing a checklist. We're going to go over like a tune-up for your business for 2019.
Yes.
So we're going to start looking at things that you haven't done, things that you're supposed to do. We're going to look at, okay, you're supposed to file your 1099 by a certain time. Have you done that? What you need to do in order to get your 1099 ready. What you need to do in order to get your finances ready, your balance sheet, your profit and loss, your statement of cash flow, your payroll system, and your marketing system in order. So,
but that's one thing that Crystal, who is one of the teachers of our show, one thing she's doing on Monday, she's offering the bookkeeping class.
Yes.
And I think it's only had 2 classes already.
Yes.
So there's probably 4 more classes left, so it's not too late to join.
Right.
I think the first class was just an information overview of what was being offered.
Right.
So you still have time to join Crystal Monday nights for the bookkeeping class. And also the Wednesday class she was teaching this past Wednesday. She taught a class on, or the show had a class, because this isn't Crystal directly teaching. You guys brought in a doctor.
Right.
A teacher for digital marketing, I believe it is.
Yes, digital
marketing. And I heard it was absolutely phenomenal. I hate that I missed it.
I know. I wasn't there either, but Crystal's been giving me feedback on it, and it's phenomenal from what I hear.
Yes.
So
this is a show for the information that you need to be successful.
And if small businesses, if you're out there and you really want to grow your business, take it to the next level, there are voids or pain points in your business that you really want to address, give us a call. Give us a call here at 323-293-3375, and we'll hook you up. We'll definitely hook you up. And you don't have to pay for most of these classes. Most of these classes we offer for free. Of course, there are some classes that you're going to have to pay for, but running a business is part of the cost of doing business.
Yes.
If you're running a business, there's something that you will have to pay in order to grow.
Yes.
So I really want you guys to really check this out.
What's the email where they can email in, maybe after the show is over? Is there an email address there?
I will give them my email, which is Gilbert@thebuchanangroup.net. And I think we have a call coming in right now. So, hello, caller.
Hello.
With whom am I speaking? Where are you calling from?
That sounds like Crystal.
It's Crystal.
I know. I'm just
Crystal.
messing with you. Hey, co-host, how you doing?
I am good.
Where are you? Are you on the plane right now?
Oh, no, I'm actually getting ready to go down to the conference.
Oh, okay.
It starts at 6, and it's 5:41 now.
Oh, perfect.
So Crystal's always learning something. That's one thing I like about her. So I surround myself with friends that are smarter than me. Crystal's learning some stuff, and when she comes back, I'm picking her brain to find out everything she learned.
Right, exactly. And that's why I'm here, to go find folks that are smarter than me.
Yes.
Especially in the arena of
Public speaking
and building your brand in that area. So that's why I'm here. But you guys are sounding great.
Oh, yeah.
And Gilbert, let them know about the, so we are probably going to be on for a certification class.
Yes.
Starting on the 22nd of October.
22nd.
To November 20, to the end of the month of November.
Okay, sounds great. And it's going to be at 4 in the afternoon, 4 or 5?
It's going to be probably at 5:30.
Okay.
Class we have right now.
Yes.
And a flyer will go out next week. And we're solidifying everything probably next week with at the Los Angeles Urban League. That's where we're going to host it. So the Quick Fix class will be over on the 15th.
Yes.
And then we will do the certification class, which will
starting on the
carry us
22nd.
on the 22nd. And that will carry us out for this year, getting everybody ready for next year.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan, co-host. Well, go ahead and get all that knowledge for us and all that resources, that contact, so we can start 2019 fresh and start generating some money, okay?
I certainly will. Don, congratulations on your show.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Thanks for coming.
And I will see you bright and early Monday morning for workout. Gilbert, you're a chicken.
He's a big chicken. He calls me phenomenal. She's great. She's the best. But the brother won't show up for a class.
She's phenomenal.
I can't be all that great. I'm everything.
But I won't show up.
Oops, I watch her train people. She's so good. But
She's going to break me down.
I don't get it.
She's going to break me down to Chinatown.
I'm thinking he just must be scared. I promised him I won't hurt him, but I told them about your success, about your progression from regular push-ups to women push-ups to boy push-ups, to bench burpees to floor burpees to half burpees to floor burpees. I told him I'm not going to start him off doing burpees, but we will get there.
She will start you off slow, and you will build yourself up. But I do know this. I went to one of my dance classes the other day, and they were like, "Wow, Crystal, you're losing weight."
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm excited. Now I just got to get Crystal. I asked Crystal for pictures, right? I tell her story to everybody.
I'm gonna send them over to you tonight.
I asked Crystal for pictures, right? I've been in this business 17 years, and I have yet to see anyone send me pictures of Ray. Crystal sends me pictures. So I need to. We're gonna progress her picture development, her picture taking process. Crystal says, I said, Crystal, I need pictures of you when you first wake up, after you use the restroom, right after you drink, before you drink water, or eat anything. I need some pictures. First thing in the morning is the true state of where your body is. I want to see what's going on. Crystal sends me pictures. I said, I need a picture of you standing forward, to the side, and the back. She sent me those, all right. She had on probably a turtleneck. I think she had on a full bodysuit all the way down to her ankles, and it had the nerve to have sleeves. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I said, is this real?
See, Crystal, at least I don't feel that badly anymore. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one shying away from her.
At first, when I was telling the story, I wasn't telling anybody who it was. Now I'm just like, Crystal. People, they don't believe it. I've seen her in less clothes going out. She had on. I love her, though. This is one of my closest friends. What you say?
I wasn't ready to expose yet.
But she says she's lost some weight. She's ready.
Yes,
I'm excited for you.
I took pictures this morning before I left, so I'll send them over to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right, Crystal, take
Have a
care.
great time.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. So that was Crystal. Crystal, our co-host here, our resident co-host on the show,
Yes.
the Business Zone. She's out of town taking a seminar right now that will help and enhance this show. And one of the things that she wanted to remind us of is that on October 22nd, we'll be hosting a certification training program series from October 22nd to the end of November. So if there's any small businesses out there who's trying to become certified so you can get government contract,
Yes.
this is definitely the program you want to enroll in. So please make sure you give us a call. Again, the number here is 323-293-3375. And the email, Gilbert at the BuchananGroup.net. Please give us a call and we'll get you enrolled. We'll get you signed up. So if you want to become a disadvantaged business enterprise certified, you want to become woman-owned certified, small business certified, or even SBA 8A certified, please give us a call. We'll get you enrolled. So we're at the 30-minute marker right now, Dawn. So we're going to go ahead, take a quick break, and bring on our first guest. And we're on the Business Zone with
Dawn Strozier
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Dawn Strozier
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And Dawn, in business, we do a lot of things in order to run our business, stay efficient, and stay on top of the game. The lifeblood of our business is money. Many small businesses are not on top of their game when it comes to cash flow management, payroll management, that type of thing. So I think today we should talk a little bit about payroll.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
So I think today our special guest today in our studio will help us to learn a little bit more about running our payroll system within our company. And with that being said, Dawn, who do we have in our studio?
Oh, I'm going to let you introduce her.
So it's like that, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Oops. So our very special guest in the studio today is Miss Kunya Nix. And she started her career in the financial business. She's worked a lot with small businesses, and she assists with payroll management and payroll processing services. Now, without looking at the bio here, because, you know, she's going to tell us some of this. Now, Kunya has been working with small businesses to help them with their system. She also assists them with an automated software system to manage their payroll system, which we think is great. She's partnered with a lot of great businesses within the community, and she's been what should I say, an expert in the landscape of payroll within small businesses. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our very special guest, Miss Kunya Nix, to tell us a little bit about payroll, and she's also going to talk about benefits that small businesses need to think about when running their business. So welcome to the Business Zone, Kunya.
Thank you both for having me. It's nice to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is definitely a part that's needed within small business. This is a part that many small businesses, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to think about it.
Absolutely.
So maybe you can help us to enlighten our listeners and viewers on why is this portion of your business so critical?
Yes.
Sure. I want to attack a myth with payroll. People believe you need to be a big company, you need to be a big corporation, or have a lot of cash flow to use a payroll firm or even a payroll consultant. And that is not true. Payroll firms, they pay employees. We also pay business owners. We file your quarterly taxes and your annual taxes, and we help you stay compliant in those areas. So one of the biggest myths is, you know, you need to be a big firm. You don't have to be, and it's necessary on all levels.
On all levels.
With one employee, 150 employees, payroll is necessary on all levels.
And those 1099s that we were talking about, that's going to be needed at the end of this year. That's something that your organization helped with as well.
And I'm so glad you addressed that first, because all of my friends are entrepreneurs, and most of them are under the assumption, oh, it's only me. But as a small business, you want to still get a check from your corporation per se, so that you can file taxes the right way, and also have a covering. So I'm so glad you said that.
Absolutely. And with payroll, we have the option to pay you weekly, bi-weekly, which is every other Friday, every other Monday, or semi-monthly. You pick 2 days out of the month. And there's also a quarterly and annual option. So for those small business owners that don't process checks every week or every month, there's a quarterly and annual option. And with that, we'll file their quarterly returns and their annual tax returns, even if it's something called a zero return. They didn't pay any wages to themselves or their employees. The firms will actually file a zero return on their behalf. Yes.
That's amazing, because a lot of small businesses, they don't know that. Now, the payroll system that you develop and provide support services for, is it primarily for LLCs and corporations, or do sole proprietorships can participate in that as well?
Absolutely. Sole proprietors can participate. So I'm a consultant for a few boutique firms based here in Los Angeles, as well as national firms. One of the national firms I can name is ADP. They're a huge payroll firm. So depending on the client's need, I work with the firm and the client to make sure that we cover those needs. And it can be anything from payroll, timekeeping, or labor law compliance. So you have some firms that just process checks, and others give you more robust services.
So even if you're not making a lot of money, you're a small company, you could be a big company and not be making a lot of money.
Absolutely.
So you still suggest to use a payroll company for some to process that. Even if I'm not collecting a check weekly. So what benefit would you be to me if I'm not generating any income?
Filing your quarterly returns to the IRS. So payroll, we take over a power of attorney and we communicate to the IRS on your behalf, and we're able to file your tax returns and in some cases help you with tax audits. So in this case, even if you're not making any money, the IRS still wants to know if you're paying wages to yourself or someone else, and if you're not, then of course we'll file a zero return on your behalf.
And a big reason why that is so critical and so important, because many of us small businesses, we said, when it comes to filing our taxes, we'll just do this once a year. So we don't do the quarterly filings.
Absolutely.
And that's where the Social Security tax hit us big time.
Yes.
That's my biggest enemy. That's my biggest enemy as a small business owner. I hate that Social Security guy, because he's always coming down at the end of the year and taking so much money out of my taxes.
Absolutely, but it's necessary.
It is.
A lot of small business owners, if we've been an entrepreneur or even a 1099 employee, we don't pay into certain taxes. We don't pay into disability taxes or SDI or Social Security. So in this case, it allows you to create a pool of money for yourself later just by paying those quarterly or annual taxes.
So then you don't have to pay that big lump sum at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Definitely, definitely. Now, how do people get a hold of you? How do they set up an appointment with you to talk about that?
Sure. So I am based here in LA. I'm actually based out of Pasadena, California. However, I have clients. I travel all the way to Bakersfield. So I'm based here in Los Angeles, and my email address is Cunha, Kunya, at Nix Consulting, and that's N-I-X as in X-ray, consultingla.com.
Right.
Cunha at nixconsultingla.com.
Is there a phone number that they can reach you
Yes,
at?
they can. My direct line, in which I'm hoping to share, is 818-679-5240. 818-679-5240.
Now, Kenya, you also offer other services like health insurance and disability products. And I just found out from a good friend of mine how important disability is. He's a hairstylist.
Oh, yeah.
Recently had major surgery. His mother talked him into getting health disability insurance. And during that surgery, he had no idea that his insurance company was going to step in and help assist him. He understood it, but he really didn't understand until he got the check.
Yeah.
I am
After
so
sitting at home for about 3 months of recovery,
Yeah.
and got the check, and then
Right.
after he thought he had gotten all the money he could get, he found out no, you had 6 months of benefits there, and they ended up paying him the whole full out. And then he got an unexpected check, and again it was a blessing. So explain how important it is for disability insurance because we need to.
I am so happy you brought that
Yes.
up in this particular product.
Yeah.
One, disability is something we don't know we need it until you need it, right? It's one of those things. Most people hear of AFLAC, and AFLAC is usually through a big corporation
Right.
or organization, and it's voluntary benefit. However, I offer individual disability products that can come out your checkings or savings account. It does not have to be payroll deducted. And with that, it allows you reserves or savings in case of accident or illness. So there's a waiting period to state disability. In most cases, entrepreneurs, hairdressers is a really good case.
Yes.
They don't qualify or pay into state disability in some cases. This insurance will step in as a supplemental income. So we
Yes.
actually sell it as income protection insurance.
Right.
And it helps you protect your income. We'll give you sometimes a year, 2, 3
Really?
years in disability benefits should you have to go out on surgery, accident, or illness. So
So
very
you and
important.
the client sit down and determine how much they should put away based on the amount of based on their what do you call it? Their revenue or what their I forget it's a term.
So there are 2 type of products for a business owner. There's business overhead, which will cover your overhead, and that's a little bit more technical than a straight disability product.
Okay.
Disability product is based off your income.
Okay.
And the insurance carriers will step in and give you a percentage of your income after a particular waiting period. That waiting period is 30 days, 60 days.
Okay.
So while I'm sitting with the client, I honestly want to find out how many reserves, how long can they afford to not receive a paycheck? In some case, when we live in Los Angeles, it's no longer than 30 days. We depend on our paychecks.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I can't miss a week.
exactly, exactly.
And one of the beauties that I love about the disability program is not only does it pay you, it provides you a paycheck if you're hurt, but it also pays your bills.
Right.
Yes.
So I love that as a small business and as an entrepreneur.
Exactly. So with that income, there's no restrictions to what you can do. It will help you supplement medical bills. Some people have a lot of out-of-pocket costs with their medical coverage. In disability policies, there's hospital riders, so it will cover you for so many days in the
Right.
hospital. And there's different type of policies out there. But that's why I love what I do. Everything seems to be customized based on the client's needs, and that goes with insurance, benefits, and payroll.
So
Right.
I just got a phone call yesterday from one of those companies that claim they're trying to sell health insurance.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that, you know how you have to do that open enrollment like every 6
The
months?
15th is coming.
Yeah.
The 15th open enrollment.
Now they're changing that a little bit where they're giving you the option that once you're enrolled right now, you're good for 3 years instead of 6 months and then another 6 months. So have you heard about that?
So yes, that is not my specialty. Although I do specialize in individual coverage, I work directly with the carriers, and those rates change every year,
Yeah.
and they're not predictable.
Right.
So what's happening? You have some mini medical plans or some fixed plans that they're producing. and they're locking you in for a certain period of time. I think with health insurance, it's really unpredictable market. So I'm sticking to the Anthems, the Kaisers, to where there's somewhat your out-of-pocket cost is at least predictable for the next year for yourself and your family.
So just the companies that are pretty prominent.
I'm a little nervous about being locked in for 3 years.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because you become unhappy with your company.
The only advantage I think that has to the user is that if they quote you a price right now, then you're locked in at that price
they're doing
for 3 years.
Health insurance that way.
Yes. So I'm not sure if it's a benefit yet, because to me the insurance is just like going to Vegas. They're playing the casinos because the house always wins. So I'm trying to figure out.
That's more than car insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
The house always wins.
So I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's the scheme? What's the strategy here? Why are they offering it? What's in it for me?
There's only one thing I'm sure of is that I need a PPO.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's what I know. I need a PPO.
Yeah.
And I do not need an HMO. I need to walk into whatever insurance hospital I want to go into.
Right.
I need that.
Yes. Now, I know you also do some certified payroll. Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I do. I've been very fortunate within these last 2 years to get in the construction market.
Yes.
And with that, there's a very specific need for payroll. Certified payroll can be very tedious. It can not only keep business owners up at night or construction owners up at night, but it can forbid them from getting paid on their projects.
Yes.
So I had the ability to partner with a great firm to help me produce the certified payroll reports.
And if you don't mind, can you tell the audience
what I was going to say.
Certified payroll
What's
is?
the difference?
Okay, certified payroll just produces a payroll report. And in that case, that report breaks down your wages, your labor hours per project, and your taxes. And it has to be produced in the construction industry weekly.
And it's usually prevailing wage.
Prevailing
and a
wages,
lot of construction firms, they don't know how to calculate prevailing wage. So you have to, if you're in the state of California, you have to go to the DIR, which is the Department of Industrial Relations, and they print you out a table that tells you what each trade, what their prevailing wage is. And each one is different.
Yes, and what happened was, in the state of California, you had some huge contractors coming out of state, and obviously they were paying their plumbers or their contractors a certain wage, and they were getting cheap labor somewhat. So we were able to come in, and the Davis-Bacon Act created a way that there is a certified wage for a particular job or for a particular trade. And those employers can either pay those wages out in cash, or they can pay them out in benefits. And that's what the certified payroll does. It breaks down those wages for cash labor, or if they're paying them out in health insurance benefits or 401k benefits.
Okay.
And the certified payroll is processed weekly. A lot of contractors don't know that. They think because their regular payroll, the certified payroll is totally different than your regular payroll. So a lot of contractors believe that because they're paying their workers every 2 weeks, then they should pay the certified payroll every 2 weeks. It does not work that way. If you want to get in trouble, then
fastest way to do
you
so.
don't pay weekly and pay every 2 weeks, and then you'll be in trouble.
Now, is there any other industry that benefits from this, or is it strictly for construction?
It is strictly for construction.
Strictly
Well, that's
construction.
great, though. That's good, though.
So professional, and with certified payroll, it's only for your workers that's in the field, not the ones in the office.
Okay.
So the ones in office, they get regular pay and regular payroll every 2 weeks, but the certified payroll is done, and that's done based on prevailing wage. So how certified payroll is established is whenever if you have at least $1,000 of government funds on a project, then you have to abide by certified payroll rules. And that's how it works.
Yes, so for particular jobs, not every construction job is considered, has to be process certified, but for a particular job, government jobs, school districts, things like that, so special projects.
That sounds good.
So
Good to know.
before we take a break and bring on our next guest on the show, I just want you to tell us a little bit about you, Kunya, because a lot of us know you in the marketplace. We know what you've been doing, helping small business, how great you are. but a lot of people don't really know who Kunya is. So
Sure.
can you tell them a little bit about Kunya?
Sure. I was born and raised in Pasadena, California. I actually still reside there. So LA is home to me. Southern California is home to me. It's a special place in my heart.
She's my neighbor.
Yes,
See,
I am.
that's what he really wanted you to say. He really wanted to tell them that you was his neighbor, because that's what he wanted y'all to know.
I have the pleasure of being right down the street from Gilbert.
Right.
So, yes.
And most people don't really like to brag on themselves. So let me congratulate you for being. She actually received recognition from the state assembly for her work in
Yes.
financial services.
Uh-huh.
So the young lady is qualified
Yeah.
to be on the show today. She studied business administration with the University of Laverne.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
and you
why.
received
That's why I
another.
wanted her to tell us a little
And
bit
she's
about her.
currently a part of the President of Women Insurance and Financial Services,
Yes.
the Los Angeles chapter. That's
So,
impressive.
She's just modest. She doesn't
Yeah,
want to say.
I helped her out a little bit.
Thank you, Nam. Appreciate that.
So what else do you want to tell us about yourself?
You know, I got into financial services in 2008 by default. I actually left the mortgage industry. So I worked for a huge lender, which still is a national lender. And after 2007, when the mortgage crashed, I got offered a nice opportunity to come and work for the city of Los Angeles doing supplemental benefits, disability benefits like AFLAC and retirement benefits. From there, I had the pleasure, and I say the pleasure, of bouncing around because I've gained so much knowledge and skill set. I was with Prudential. Prudential is a huge insurance carrier for 4 years, and that actually gave me the confidence and education to compete in the insurance industry. In 2015, I was recruited by a boutique payroll firm, and the owner bought me aboard to implement his employee benefits department. So he wanted to offer benefits to his clients, and in turn, I wanted to learn payroll. So it was a great exchange, and during that time, we actually bought out Apple One Payroll. A lot of people don't know Apple One had a small piece of payroll business. So I was very instrumental in that acquisition there, and I left the payroll firm in 2017, and I started my consulting practice. And I did that because payroll, there's no cookie cutter payroll product or payroll company for small businesses. So my goal is to create a peace of mind to those needs that keep business owners up at night.
Right.
And she's a phenomenal businesswoman.
I believe that.
You know, I've met with her and we talked and we go over a lot of things that she's been doing and what she wants to do in the future with small business, and she's just phenomenal. So I know some people don't want to toot their own horn, but, you know, I don't mind tooting your horn for you.
Thank you, Gilbert. I appreciate
yes,
that.
Yes, and we're gonna be teaming up, and we're gonna be working
Absolutely.
on some things as well. So
Yeah.
you'll be hearing a lot about Nick's Consulting.
Yes, please do. Gilbert and Crystal have been very, very influential and just keeping me going and motivating me. And Gilbert is a great mentor. I am now working on my certifications and looking to get certified. So
Good.
he's been a great mentor to me in that space, and I'm excited.
Excellent. And we need to do a follow-up meeting, so we'll schedule that and make sure you get those certifications that you need so you can take on bigger and better projects.
Absolutely.
What I want to do with many of my small businesses that I interface with is to get you guys, I want to get you government contracts. You know, there is a saying, I don't know if you guys know about Newton's law, and some people have heard of Newton's law, Newton's first law. It says, an object in motion always want to stay in motion.
Yes, absolutely.
If not obstructed. An object at rest always want to stay at rest.
Right.
Now, Buchanan's law is a small business who has been established and is in operation wants to be successful. In order to be successful, you got to get government contracts. And that's what I want to do for small business. Many small businesses are doing transactional business. That means you do a business here, a business transaction here with a customer, one there, and you're not sure if that customer is coming back next week or next month. But if you have contract, if you're doing contracting business, then you get a contract for a year. that contract serves you. You know you've got that revenue coming in for a year, and then you start looking for additional contracts. And that's how I want small businesses to operate. So that's what we'll do. So Kunya, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. I feel like I made it now.
Yes, you have.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Business Zone, and we really appreciate having you here. So is there any parting words you want to share with our audience?
No, just keep your business needs in mind. Those things that are important to you. Payroll is like keeping your lights on, and don't run from it.
Right.
You know, approach it head on.
Right.
So there are people like myself out there to help you with those solutions, and lean on them. And they're pretty cost effective. They can kind of save you a lot of money later on in the compliance world.
Right.
So.
Don't do like me and Dawn. I'm running away from Dawn's fitness training. Run towards the payroll.
Run towards payroll. Too
Absolutely.
funny. Too funny.
So you've been watching the Business Zone with
Dawn Strozier.
Gilbert Buchanan
Yes.
and our very special guest.
Kunya Nix.
And we're going to go ahead and take a break right now, bringing on our next guest to tell you a little bit more about marketing.
Yes.
So let's take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
Excellent. Are you contract ready? Are you bank loan ready? So I want to know how business ready you guys are. Part of what we want to do is to match you up with contract providers in Vegas, the casinos.
We put together this training for the contractors in Las Vegas to assist them in becoming business ready.
You know, when you first start a small business, the thing you're the shortest on is resources. So the association is actually providing the training free.
Now, Buchanan Associates, they're very well known throughout the U.S., mainly out of the California region, but they have produced so many successful companies that we felt if we brought them here to train our people, that it would allow for that growth because we have so many public works type projects, stadiums that are going to be built, slated between now and the next 2 years, prepared to be able to do that work.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
Excellent. Are you contract ready? Are you bank loan ready? So I want to know how business ready you guys are. Part of what we want to do is to match you up with contract providers in Vegas, the casinos.
We put together this training for the contractors in Las Vegas.
So we're back on the business zone. We're having fun, as you can see here in the studio.
Yes. Did you hear that song? Did they hear that?
Oh, yeah.
That was nice. Are you contract ready?
Are you bank loan ready?
I like that, the music. That was nice.
So we're back on the business zone with
Dawn Strozier
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And after that great discussion we had earlier about payroll, I'm feeling like we should do some marketing.
Absolutely, because we need marketing.
We need marketing.
We need to be able to market so we can have the money to do the payroll.
I wonder if our next guest can tell us a little bit about that, huh?
Yes, and I'm excited to introduce A. Couture. She's an experienced strategic business development advisor. She specializes in impactful consumer engagement and marketing plans with the purpose of increasing the company's value in retail marketplace. She has over 15 years of experience in corporate freelance and in all sectors of retail, and she's doing a whole lot. So as a charismatic speaker and trainer, she decided to make another strategic move. I have to say this, in 2014, she published her first book, Little Steps to a Big Bounce Back. I like that. She wanted to write books, and then she also wanted to create self-help titles for people who really wanted to get help. She's coined as the woman who helps people think.
That's right.
She's on a mission. I like that.
That's what I'm talking
Welcome
about.
to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome to the business zone, eh?
Thank you.
Yes. I am super excited about having you.
So tell us a little bit and tell our audience a little bit about who A. Couture is and why they think that you can help them with your marketing efforts.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, both of you, for having me here today. I'm super excited about marketing. I think that it's the lifeblood of a business. You cannot have a business without people.
That's true.
And so I believe that with a dynamic engagement plan and some passion and a great team to be able to help rally around you to spread your message, that, you know, people can really go from, you know, a very small seed of a business to something huge and life-changing that can change the lives of not only themselves but the people around them.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I totally agree.
Absolutely.
And A has been working with a lot of large firms. You know, she's been to China. She's been all over the place. You want to share a little bit about that experience, how great that's been for small business?
Yes, I have had the pleasure to work with a lot of large businesses that wanted to do strategic brand activation as well as a lot of consumer listening. So I've had the pleasure of being able to travel globally for those projects. And what's really been important is getting to know people of different cultures. Sometimes people limit themselves in business because they limit it to the people that they look like or they talk to or they're around.
Yes.
And so they kind of pigeonhole themselves.
Yeah,
and
that
so,
is so true.
the larger companies, what they quickly do is they diversify. And so they create products and services that can go horizontally and not just vertically. So I've had the pleasure of being able to travel the world and learn about people and different cultures and be able to bring that information back to people here in the States and be able to let them know that, you know, there are different options for expanding your business, not just creating a new product and service, but maybe reaching out to a new target audience.
That's great.
Well, do you like working with small businesses and being able to help develop them into something bigger?
Yes, I absolutely like small businesses better than large businesses. I will say that.
Why is that?
Personal, right?
Yes, the larger businesses, you know, it's all about the money and it's about the bottom line. And so they're very data driven. And so they look at their paperwork and they say, you know, this is what we want to do. This is what works. Let's just find a way to stay kind of within these boundaries.
Okay.
When you're working with a small business, they're open. They really don't know, you know, the benefits or the blessings or the curses that comes along with marketing. They're willing to try it. Now, you do have to deal with the nuances of sometimes working with smaller budgets and sometimes closed minds for the lack of exposure, but you get a lot more passion and willingness to work. So.
Wow. Have you ever worked with women's groups? Like I have my best girlfriend has a group called the Bella Network.
I've heard actually of the Bella Network, and they're doing phenomenal things within the community. I actually am looking more to get into more organizational style marketing. I have not. I've traditionally stayed within the sectors of retail and service-based marketing for retail projects and products, but I do see with the world changing that organizational marketing is going to be the way of the future. And if you look at what's going on in the world today and in the global economy and as well as in politics, you know, it's going to take us rallying together to push things through.
And that's what the Bella Network is
and
about.
that would be something phenomenal to be able to collaborate with.
Now, with regard to organizational marketing, what are some of the components of that? What are some of the things that's involved in organizational marketing?
That's a great question. Organizational marketing has a lot to do with people. And people don't understand that, that no matter what you do, whether it's organization, whether it's retail products, whether it's a service, whether it's a freelance, it's all about people. And so a lot of times when people go into business, they're going into business because it's something that they liked and they thought that it was something useful. And they said, I think that this can be useful for someone else. And so what they tend to forget is that, yes, that's true. That's just the seed. But with any great cooking, and I love to cook, it takes added ingredients and special spices to be able to come together and really make it something that's complete and that's nourishing. And so in organizational marketing in particular, people have to remember that the people that they're looking to serve is the lifeblood of what they do. And so the first component is to be able to really have a good understanding of the person that you're looking to serve or the people the persons that you're looking to bring in to provide a service or something else.
So a key to that would be to understanding the culture of that target demographic you're going after.
Audience,
understand their behavior, understand the pain points.
Absolutely.
You know, what their pain points are. And also from an organizational standpoint, when you're marketing the whole organization as opposed to just a strategy and approach.
Absolutely. And really actually even more taking it a step further, you have to have a DNA and a culture. And so what people don't understand is that each individual person as a human has a unique DNA, a unique a blood type. And so you have to have that within your company. If you don't have a culture and you don't have a DNA, you don't have anything unique. And so you're not able to attract something to you. A lot of times, you know, I like to look at Apple as one of the great companies that did that. Apple was never race-based.
Right.
Apple wasn't even class-based to a certain extent. They were very culture-based.
Yeah.
And so if you wanted to be cool, whether you were 70,
Right.
whether you were 6,
Yes.
whether you were black, whether you
That
were
is
white.
so true.
You know, if you wanted to be cool, you prescribed to the Apple brand. And
That's
so
so true.
you have seniors that come in
Yes.
that are taking classes in the morning at 10 o'clock when the mall first opens to learn how to use it. You have kids that are online, little
And that's
ones.
still true to this day
Yeah,
because everyone tells me, "Oh, you need an Apple. You need an Apple.
Yeah.
You need to get away from that Android."
Yeah,
Yes.
Apple product. It's all about Apple.
Right.
And it doesn't do anything different.
Yeah.
Right.
It dials like every other phone.
Right.
It texts like
And in
every
some regard, they say that the Android is better for business.
Absolutely.
It takes better pictures because it's a computer.
Absolutely.
And that the Apple phone and things were made for just the average user.
Absolutely.
So easy to get around,
Right.
not that
Absolutely.
hard to deal. That's why grandmothers like it. But it's about being cool.
It's about being
It's
cool.
about-
I mean, if we really want to be honest, the best phone that they've still been able to tout is the BlackBerry.
Yeah.
And that's why a BlackBerry is a government phone.
Right. Yeah.
And so, but the Apple was so, what they call ABC grade.
Yes.
It was they created it around a 6th grade user level.
Yes.
And so because of that, it became a worldwide phenomenon through the color and the picture and the look.
Right.
So the whole point is that
Wow.
you have to be able to have something that attract people to you.
Right.
And as you begin to expand out and build out
Right.
that culture, then you're able to then define the people around who you are.
Right, and that's what most people miss. They go into marketing, they go into branding, they haven't identified who they are yet.
Yes.
And their targeted audience, and then they put stuff out, and it doesn't
Right.
do well.
Yeah, they're
And you
either
wanna
doing
know
it
why.
around the target audience and they don't know who they are,
Right.
or they're doing it around themselves and
Yeah.
they don't know who their
What they
target
think is
audience
good.
is.
A girlfriend of mine just recently put out a flyer, and some of her friends called and said, "What? The flyer doesn't even represent what you're doing."
Right.
I wouldn't come to anything based on that flyer.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It happens. And then people also have to understand that there's a difference between marketing and advertising, selling, and
Right.
branding.
Yes, we get all those things
And
confused.
yes, and
What's
they
the
get them all
difference in
confused.
branding and marketing?
Well, branding is what we just spoke of. It's your DNA.
Right.
It's your culture. It's how you come out the house. If you're a well-kept individual, well-groomed individual, you can tell when we see you.
like
You know, yes, you guys look
just like that.
cool. You guys are cool. That's
Well-kept.
one of the great things. Not only are you
Now, they don't have on sweats underneath here. I just tell.
not only are you guys business professionals, you're cool business professionals.
Right.
You don't find that often.
Thank
Most of
you.
them are
That's true.
really stuck up and
Yeah.
Oh, no,
very
he's real
boring
cool.
and very dry. You guys are very cool, hip people. So that's your brand,
Yes.
and that's your DNA.
Yeah.
And then you have marketing, and marketing is coming from the inside going
Right.
out
Okay.
now. And branding is what you are on the inside and how it portrays out to other people. And then marketing is going out and pulling other people that's attracted to that.
Right.
And
That's
so
attracted to
that's
your brand.
attracted
Yeah.
to your brand.
Like-minded folks.
Like-minded people that
that's it.
gets into that. That's not advertising. Now, advertising is taking that person that's attracted and what I have to offer and pointing them into the direction of something that I have that I want to sell. Whether it's an ideology, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, it's taking our common interest and saying, you should then get that because if I like it and I know that you like it because you like me and I like this, then you should buy this
Right.
that I
So
have to offer.
advertising then it will probably be like an announcement. You know, when someone makes an announcement,
Exactly.
hey, let me tell you about this thing that's going on right now.
Hence
That's
the word
advertising.
ad.
Yeah.
You know, ad came from announce.
Yeah.
And so advertising, yes.
Yeah.
And then market came from just that, the market.
Yeah.
You know, what's the marketplace that's around us? And
Yeah.
then which is totally different from selling.
Right.
And so a lot of times people, they go, well, I'm a brand. Why aren't people buying my product? Why are people not following me? You know, now
Good
that we have
question.
people that are brands,
Yeah.
because you have nothing to sell.
Yeah.
And so what happens is that people go, well, I don't see any difference between Kim Kardashian and me, you know, I'm smart and I'm beautiful and I'm intelligent, or there's nothing different than Oprah or Ayanna Van Zam and me, you know, or, you know, that Tony Robbins, what does he do that's any different than me? They actually have something to sell. They've taken their knowledge or their beauty or their connections, and they've packaged it into something that they can get people to buy into. And a lot of it is brand them, but they continue to have an offering. And so you can have a market, which is your marketplace, people who are attracted to your DNA. You can have a brand, which is who you are, you know, you're the cool factor, but that and then you can advertise, hey, come talk to me, come listen to me, I have something great to say. But then when they get there, you know, if I show up to your house and I show up to your restaurant and there's no food, you know, it's kind of like,
problem.
Oh, why are we here? You know, and I love food. I love to eat. So.
She's too cute.
So
Awesome.
I wanted to ask this, as a small business owner, what are some of the tips that you can give us to say, when you're starting your marketing campaign, these are some key things you want to look at?
Great
What
question.
are some of those?
The first thing is what we just talked about. Who are you and what are you selling? Like you just gave an example with your friend. You said that it wasn't a proper representation of her. You know, you have to have a good network, which I can tell, you know, your group has, and good accountability. Because a lot of people will have people that'll tell them and then they won't listen, you know, or people, they're too scared to tell you. Like, you really need to know, like, you know, what are you selling? You know, what's your company and what you're selling? And then number two, you need to have a clear market. You need to, I mean, even if you have a market of 4, you know, like I tell people all the time, BlackBerry sells a phone called the Porsche phone. And there's also another phone that's called the Verta phone. And these are phones that the average user will never see or ever touch in their entire life. These phones go somewhere between maybe $20,000 and $30,000 for a phone.
Are you serious?
They have personal concierge services connected to the phone. They're able to have push touch to be able to get access to private jets and access to American Express, where it can get them tickets to any type of concerts that they want to attend. So these are high yield phones. But these high yield phones are directed to a very small group.
Niche market.
Very niche market. And so they know that they're not planning. The average person on the street is not going to pay $30,000 and they don't need a concierge. So they're not interested in trying to advertise in our magazines or in our billboards or, you know, on our television or online platforms because that's not their market. And so I tell people all the time, if you're very clear about not one, who you are and what you're selling, and then who the market is, it can really dispel a lot of myths. Maybe you don't, for what you're selling and what you're doing, you don't need 1 million followers. Maybe you only need a good 100. Maybe for what you're doing, I think every business needs a social media presence, but you may not need to be on Snapchat, you know, because you're doing your brand a disservice. If you're on there only taking pictures of your kid, your dog, your food, you know, you're not on there. But you have a fitness business. For you to not be on Instagram, I mean, you know, I don't know, but you know, for if someone was in the fitness business and they're not on Instagram, they're not on Snapchat, but they go, I'm on Twitter. Like, what? You know, you don't write anything. You don't give out information. People are visual. They need to see that I need to do those burpees. Like, when I heard her saying that, I was like, yeah, I'll probably do it in my house by myself like a good 10 times before I come to your studio, you know. So I want to embarrass myself against the 75-year-old woman, you know. But if I got to see you on Instagram, those 30-second commercials, those Instagram stories, you know, I'm going to prescribe to that. But if I'm coming to you for small business consulting and I can't find you on LinkedIn, I can't find you on Twitter, but you have a Snapchat page talking about, oh, this was my trip to Jamaica and this is what I ate, you know, it's a total disconnect. So people need to be very clear about who they are, about what they're selling, and who the market is, and the best way to approach that market before they come out with a plan.
Absolutely.
That is a very good point that you just brought up. And I wanted to talk a little bit about separating your personal, I don't want to say a personal brand per se, but your personal from your business. Because a lot of small businesses, they bundle it too. And they think, like, you go on Facebook, you see them with pictures of their dogs and whatever vacation they've been on, wild parties they're having. Yes. And then you see some picture of their business, and it's like, come on, you know, you don't mix those two.
Right.
You got to separate it. So if you could talk a little bit about that and let the audience know why it's important to separate those two.
Yes, and let me be very clear, that can also be a myth. So it's actually depending on what you're doing.
Yes.
And let's go back and use our beautiful co-host as an example. She has an Instagram. I mean, she has a fitness business that's on Instagram, but you have a fitness business. So really, because she's in health and wellness, her lifestyle is an extension of her business. So to be able to see, like, well, how does she eat? How does she rest? You know, people now are so, technical. It's like, oh, it's just a filter, or she's not this. No, she really eats clean. She really is beautiful. Like, and I just want to touch her skin, So, I mean, these are things that are an extension. So your personal brand is your business. So that's totally different than, say, for instance, with you. No, your brand is your brand, which is your business, and your personal is your personal. And for me, it would be the same. The only time a person like myself would be in it was if my core business was along the lines of personal branding. So if I was in a business where I was like doing like modeling consulting, if I was in a business of real estate, that's something that could be in the middle, a shade of gray. People want to know, if I'm going to sell $1 million property, do I have $1 million mindset? Am I surrounding myself around things that would attract that type of customer as well as be able to properly sell that client? Because I would want to know, well, if I'm putting my house up for sale and it's $10 million, do you have a $10 million network? Or do you not even have that network and you would just do me a disservice as well as yourself? So you really have to be very clear on the type of business that you have, and don't be delusional about it. Don't try to be that person that goes all the way across the board and is like, yeah, I could do it. No, you can't. If you're in accounting, your personal business has nothing to do with it. If you're in computer sales, and even to a certain extent, if you're in photography, I see more photographers taking pictures of themselves and holding their camera. And you have to go like, no, we want to see the subject or the product, So in those areas where there's shades of gray, I believe that you should kind of get some insight from others, but also understand that you still are a brand. So a lot of times people will go, oh, I'll put all these things up about my dog, which has nothing to do with my accounting. But the way now that people reference check is not the Better Business Bureau anymore. They don't go and check. They are going to research people. And unfortunately, because of politics and government and a lot of things can be, blanketed really well, people now feel like they're doing themselves a service by doing deep research. So
that's true.
If you want to look credible or more credible, try to have some correlation in your personal brand. If not, you need to shut your pages down. You need to make them private. You need to make them, where they're only accessible. You need to have a completely separate life. I've made it my personal mission. I do not put my private family affairs online. Occasionally I'll put a picture of my little one online, but that's a personal family decision that I decided to make. And so if someone was to cross that line, and I'm very clear with my family members and my close friends, I go, I love you and that we're close, so you don't need to be friends with me on social media. Very clear. I don't follow family and I don't follow my close friends at all.
I have had to block certain family members.
Yes, and it's not because, it's not anything against my friends, but this was a branding business. And so I told them, I said, I want people to understand that I follow and promote brands. And so I don't want them to, I don't want to have the conversation with you about what you may have put on social media, that then when people see me, then they go, oh, well, she's friends with her and she does that. And so maybe they all do that. We don't even want to have to get into that situation. It could be something simple, you may be an animal lover and I love to wear fur, well, then people may say, how you run and we see you with dogs all the time. And no, you see my friend with dogs and you see me like it, or you say, oh, that's such a great picture of your pooch that you thought that I was animal lover. And then you see me in a fur coat at Christmas time. you're a hypocrite, or, you know, they're vegan and I love meat, you know? And so it's like, so, you know, I've made that, you know, that personal decision. But if you have that correlation and you have that understanding within your group, you know, and your sector, go ahead and do that. And then sometimes, you know, even with your family, you know, oh, we love you, baby, and you're doing great. You know, they kind of, you know, personalize the messages. And for a business, you have to remember that you're in business. You don't have time to, you want to engage your customer. Yes. You don't want to engage that. I think if I can add that tidbit in there, remember in marketing that it is about your customer. Right. It's about your client. It is not about your support system. Right. Your support system is going to support you whether you're selling cookies or you're selling, no matter what. Yeah. So sometimes what people will do is that they'll get a misconceived notion that they actually have a business and they're actually in business, because the majority of the people that are raving about their business and supporting their business is their network that would do it regardless. Right. Yeah. So I tell people all the time, especially my clients, I go, if you're really serious about business, super serious, unfriend and unfollow everybody that is within your 6 degrees of separation on your social media for 90 days. Yeah. See how many follows, likes, engagement that you get outside of your network first. Yeah. That is a litany test on how well your business is able to survive.
Wow.
That's a very good
test. Now, how can they find you on Instagram?
On Ailanice Couture. That is my personal page on Instagram. And so and that is literally, that's my personal page. Oh, okay. No, I don't have a business page as of yet on Instagram. We're a consulting, so a lot of it is analytical work. So that's an example of, you know, we didn't put anything up on Instagram as yet, but my personal page is kind of going in that direction. I as much as I promote social media, I'm anti-social media, so but I am on there.
I like that.
Yes.
Anti-social media. I like that. Now,
good information though.
Thank you. Yeah, this is great information.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to defriend all of my friends and see
I have done that already.
Just for 90 days. You know, I tell people they don't have to do it for a long term, but if you just take off everybody and you tell everybody you're not going to follow them, and tell them, I don't want you to follow me and I don't want you to like anything on my page unless they're a paying client of yours. Then they're an actual client. But, you know, mom or mom's friend, or, you know, your church family, or, you know, the lady that does your hair, or, you know, does your barber, you know, all of those people, I say remove them for 90 days and test your engagement. And if your engagement is still there and the response and the likes are still there, then you have something to build and grow up on.
You want to know something interesting? My mother got on Instagram and told me, don't follow me. She not even my friend. She on Facebook. I'm not even friends with my mom. Yes. She's like, don't follow me. She must have been talking to you.
See,
hilarious.
I've done that with family members, because, you know, they'll go out to parties and they drink and dance and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Then they post the pictures on my Facebook, and I'm going, what?
I'm making so that no one can post on my Facebook unless I approve.
I can't be associated with this.
Right.
So, because, you know, my Facebook is all about business. It's not about personal stuff. Right. So, yeah, I do agree. I definitely agree with you. If there's any of you out there who's listening to the show and you really want to call in and speak with our very special guest, Miss A. Couture. She's a marketing consultant, marketing and strategic consultant.
Strategic. You hear her over here.
Strategic consultant. I want you to give us a call here at 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. And engage her. You know, try to find out some information. I mean, you're getting words of wisdom for free right now, so might as well just try to build your business out of it.
How can someone reach you?
Yes, ALK Sellu, SELLU.com. That's the way that you can go on our website and you can learn more about our services. And we come in and we do one-day consultations where we spend time with our clients in their environment for free to be able to provide some information and some wisdom tools to be able to just help them take it, you know, right then and there and decide, you know, if it's something they want to partner on.
That sounds great. That sounds great. So ALK at
ALKSellu.com. ALKS at alksellu.com.
So that's a great way for you to get some information. Check out her page and find out information on how you can help to start building your marketing strategy. Marketing is not just, I want to market something. You got to build a strategy. You got to build a plan. And using that plan with your goal in mind. You got to have a goal in mind.
Right.
What is it I want to achieve? Do I want to reach certain target demographic? Do I want to generate X amount of dollars? Do I want to stay local? Do I want to stay national? Do I want to go international? So these are things you want to look at when.
And before you do that, you got to ask yourself a couple questions. Who are you, right?
Right.
And what are you selling?
And what are you selling? And then just for the the internal portion of it, so that you can have a better quality of life, because business is hard and business is stressful and it's tiring, and being an entrepreneur is something that is not easy.
24/7.
So yes, it's 24/7, and I think the best way for you to be most successful in your marketing is to always remember first, what do I have to give? It's something that we use in your personal life. They say it's better to give than it is to receive.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of times in business I hear clients create marketing plans on, I want $1 million by X amount of time, and I want X amount of followers, and I want X amount of sales, but they haven't really, and they'll know, like, I know what I'm selling. I'm selling this book, or I'm selling this mug, but what does it do? How does it solve a problem? How does it change a person's life? You didn't buy Apple because you wanted a phone. You bought Apple because you wanted to feel cool again. You wanted to feel like you were a part of a club or a sector, And a lot of women engage in organizations because they want to feel empowered. They want to feel like they're a part of something. They want to make sure that they're a part of change, and they're not just on the sidelines watching. So when you understand, when you said earlier about pain and pulse points and things, people have to really understand that all of that goes into you helping a person accomplish something. You being the ultimate giver, not just the person coming to you and you solving their, solving their product through their problem through your product, but you as an individual, your company brand, your culture, your employees, your strategic partners, everyone is there to give and to be of service. And if you can do that, then you'll be a business that's in business forever. And you're not just a business that is 15 minutes of fame and they go and come, like we see so many people out there. Facebook was very successful in actually bringing the family together. Little do people know, people go, oh, people don't talk and communicate with each other because of social network. People weren't talking and communicating with each other prior to social network. But now I have a platform that I don't have to talk to my mom, but I can like her photo,
See what's going on in her life.
Exactly. I can see all the nieces and nephews, I can send that college gift off to, to my friend's daughter, So it has brought some level of connectivity back to the culture. And, with all things, it can sometimes go left or become perverted. But you want to remember that your business, your brand, your product, your service has to give more than it receives. And if you can do that, and if your product and brand does that, then you'll be in business for a long time.
That sounds
has
great.
to give more than you receive. That is a principle.
And that's been one of my long-term principles.
That's a biblical scripture.
Gotta give away something. Because that teaches, that shows your customers that you're serious. You're giving away something, they go, oh, wow, they're giving me this to help me solve my problem. Good. Well, maybe I'll listen some more. Just like those words of wisdom you just shared. Those are priceless. And the good thing about this show, this is being recorded right now, so it's going to be on YouTube, so you can go back to this and you can revisit it.
And Tony Robbins has a quote that says, give more of yourself than anyone would expect of you. Don't just give, but give more of yourself. Because when you give unselfishly, when people think that you care, then they'll give you the world.
Yeah.
It's all about
And they can
empathy.
feel it.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all about empathy. I mean, we're living in a world right now where you can see that it's selfish, it's narcissistic, it's cold. And so a lot of things will then happen to shake the underground currents, you know, because there has to be some level of alignment and balance in order for us to flow. And so a lot of times people try to figure out, like, why isn't my business successful? Why aren't people coming in and they want to do things like cut prices or they want to go and spend a lot of money?
Right.
You don't have to do any of those
none of
things.
that.
You just have to be a business of giving. And a lot of people, well, I don't have enough money to give, or, you know, how do I give and I still market? There's so many things that you can do to be able to give. And a lot of it is just in your plain services. Like I said earlier, we come in and we spend a day with our clients, you know. We come in and we give them solutions. We don't say, you know, buy this $150 package and then we'll tell you the 3 points that you need to have. We've had that in culture and in sales and in marketing, and it turns people off. But if you have people that come in and you say, let me give you actually something that you can take home tonight and chew on, you know, then you don't want to say people will feel guilty, but it'll be in the back of their minds like, why did she do that? You know, like, or why did their business, you know? So you want to be able to create that culture, and you want to be able to hire people, and you want to have strategic partners around you that have that same mindset.
So I have a client that recently, we were training at a particular gym, and during the training, and it was, she had just paid me. It was time for, my clients pay me per month. I have some that pay me up front for the month. When we finished, we were training, and she had just paid me. It was the first. And then after that, we found out that someone had broken into the locker and taken everything from her.
Wow.
They took her cell phone, they took her bag, and she walked outside, took her car, stole her car. So I'm looking at her. She just literally, she usually cash apps me, or she usually sends the money through our what do you call it? Our bank accounts.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
However, this time she likes to bring cash. She's an older lady. She likes to give cash away. So she gave me cash. She just so happened to give me cash.
Wow.
So she comes out crying in tears. I stopped what I was doing, ran over to see what happened. She said someone just broke into my locker. She went outside, came back in, and they stole my car. So then she was trying to get home to see. They stole her car keys, her cell phone, everything.
Wow.
And she takes care of an elderly lady, and she's like, I don't even know how I'm going to get to work. I can't call them. So I'm standing here with the money she just gave me. So I said, listen, I'm going to give you your money back. She says, no. I said, yes. You don't know what's about to happen over these next few days. You may have to catch Uber.
Right.
You're going to need money. So and then I said, but I'll tell you what, because we're doing so great, I don't want you to stop the next 30 days on me. Just come, because you're gonna need to de-stress now. You know, your life is about exercise. Is one of the best stress relievers there is.
Absolutely.
Well, she ended up not coming. She ended up not coming to me for 30 days, and then it was another 60 days. She ended up getting a cell phone. I called her. I said, "What's up?" She's like, "Life just really went upside down." So, but after the 60 days was over, she showed up. And I was like, "Hey," she says, "No, you know." I was going to quit because I got knocked down so hard. And then in the process of that, the client she was training died.
Wow.
The client she was taking care of died. She said, I came back because I kept thinking that you offered me 30 days for free. And she says, I'm coming back. She's coming back paying me.
Right.
But she said, what got me back to you was the 30 days you offered free. You gave my money back and you offered me to stay with. People don't do that. She said, so I'm back.
That makes me feel so good because that's one of the principles.
And she hadn't been with me that long.
Emphasizing to small businesses.
Yeah.
You know, give away something
You got
for free.
to.
Because some
turn,
things we
keep
can
them.
afford to give for free. It's not really.
Not that I could afford it.
Yeah, it's
It
not.
was just that I thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And my heart felt for her.
Yeah.
And I genuinely like her, but finish your statement.
Well, I was going to say that
Even when you can't do it.
Yeah, it's really important because sometimes you don't know what that giving is going to trigger into that customer. It may trigger the customer that, oh, you know what? I got 5 other people who can use your services.
Right.
Now you just got 5 new customers just because of one good deed that you do.
And clients stay loyal. I'll tell you, I had maybe a 2-3 year run where I didn't put gas in my car for 3 years because I had a client. Every time I went to their house, they had their service person who washed their car, washed mine, fill her gas tank up, him and his wife for 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they moved out of state, I was crying because I had to look at the gas price. What is the gas prices nowadays? I was like, oh, no, Jesus, no. Seriously.
Yes.
But you'll be amazed how your clients will take care of you, and it's job security.
Yeah.
It's client security.
And it can be
giving
built
of
into
yourself.
your sales plan. You know, I tell people all the time, you know, it doesn't have to be your actual product. You know, it was the fact that was, you gave an extension of yourself, you know. And so I tell people, like, say, for instance, you have a restaurant, you know, don't understaff your restaurant, you know, don't be skimpy on the people that you have covering, because you want that customer service to maybe be what you give. You know, you can't necessarily give away food because that's your food cost, but you can have very attentive customer service so that when people are there, they're like, wow, you know, she asked about my family. She created a rapport with me. You know, they were very kind. You know, maybe we have things seasonally. She remembers my children's name. She knows my menu when I come in. You know, so there are different things that can be built into your strategy that you can be, and it helps hold you accountable too. You know,
good news, bad news travels. What's really, really interesting is one of the number one hair salons in Los Angeles, Hawthorne, California, Elite Hair, and they're known for the customer service. Their policy is no client waiting, which means the lady has enough people staffed, enough helpers that she pays for to, if you come in, regardless of who you coming to see, you're not sitting there waiting. You getting washed, you getting conditioned, you getting whatever you need, and she gets you in and out in an hour.
Right.
Because, now, come on, I stopped going to the hairdresser because I'm sitting there for hours and I don't have any hair.
That's
it
what
makes no
call
sense.
Value proposition.
Yes. So she's known in the Hawthorne area
Right.
for the fact that her policy is, her customer service is off the chain.
And you have to know
client
that
waiting.
your values are built in your marketing. All your marketing is you're communicating to people your values.
Right.
And advertising is advertising, you know, why it's important to them. You know, you're making an announcement of why it's important to them. But that's people keep thinking that, like, oh, I need a marketing plan, like it's hard, or no, that's all. The only thing you're doing is you're saying, how do I put out here to this person, I'm a lady, she's a lady, we both get our hair done. I'm going to showcase that you can get in and out of here within an hour, you know, and I'm going to resonate and connect with that value that that company is putting out there. So, you know, like I said, a lot of these things are not hard, but a lot of these things are an extension of your DNA and your culture. And so, you know, I tell people all the time, the first thing about marketing, get it off the product, get it off the service, and put it squarely on you. And not on you as a brand, but on you as a person. And if you create that value proposition of what you're selling, I don't care if you're selling cookies. It's baked fresh with love. That's a value proposition, because that freshness means that there's someone attentive, that's hands-on, that's working and making sure that that product is out there every single day. If you say that, you know, it's with all of these unique ingredients, that means you paid attention to detail. You weren't just trying to cut corners with cost. And if you say, you know, we customize it for anything that you're putting your customers' needs first, delivery, you know, so it's an extension of who you are, you know. And so if you want to come in and you want to have the store open all the time, you know, you don't want to come in and some days you're working, some days you're not working, and then we see pictures of you in Dubai on your social media page, but you're sending me messages telling me that, oh, it's time for you to pay me again, you know. I'm here I am, I'm in China, and I'm taking pictures on the tower, and I have my food, and then I'm cash apping my client saying, I need your payment by the 15th. But in the same breath, they're looking for, what's this engagement, you know, event that we're getting ready? Oh, yeah, I have it. I'm going to give it to you when I get back. I'm out of town, you know, working on client business. Yeah, on that tower with that beautiful food, you know? So you have to understand, does that communicate what you're marketing? Is it communicating the values that you sold initially to your client? Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have a private life, and it doesn't mean that you don't, you know, express your personal interests, but there has to be that separation.
I totally agree.
Outstanding.
Totally
we have
agree.
to talk.
Totally agree. Well, we've got about 2 minutes to go. Is there anything you want to wrap up and share with the audience? Anything addition about marketing that some real basic stuff that you think they need to know?
Yes, ALKSalou.com, ALKS at ALKSalou.com is where you can email me at any time. And I'm just very excited and grateful that, you know, we're in a time right now where people are really taking their future into your own hands, into their own hands. And I think if I want to leave anything, that's what I would say. Really take your future into your own hands. Don't give it to anyone else. And the first way that you do that is to have a real good sense of self, who you are and what you're doing and why you're doing it, and make sure that it's always, you're providing more than what you're getting back.
I love that. I love that.
Awesome.
And Dawn, you want to share anything, any final words?
Yes, please follow me on all of social media at Dawn, DWN Strozier, STROZIER. You can also follow me now on the new talk show called The Blend. Right here on Facebook, The Blend, Facebook.com/The Blend. Talk every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Right.
Yeah, I'm super excited. But next week, listen, the CEO, the creative executive producer will be here along with Peace Ahmad, one of the psychologists on the show, and we're going to talk about The Blend.
Perfect. And for me, I'm Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And I just want to remind you that on October 22nd, we're going to start our certification training program. We're going to teach small businesses how to become certified. We're also going to help you in the class to at least access 2 certifications so you can walk away being certified. So we're going to do DBE certification, SBE, CBE, which is a community-based business enterprise with the County of Los Angeles. That's not really a new one, but that's a certification that's getting a lot of popularity right now because the county has $4 billion in construction dollars that they want to share with small business. So please remember, October 22nd, Crystal and I will be hosting that certification program, and it's going to go from October 22nd to the end of November. So stay tuned. We're at the end of our time, and it's been definitely a pleasure having our wonderful guest, Ms. A. Couture, on the Business Zone, along with our previous guest, Kunya Nix, and of course, our very special guest host, Miss Dawn Strozier, who now has her own show as well. The Blend. So we can't wait to watch her at 7 o'clock on a Thursday evening.
But if you missed it, you can go right now to Facebook and take a look at it.
You can go to Facebook and check it out.
Yes.
It's a great show.
Never too late.
And thank you for tuning in. Remember, the Business Zone is on every Friday from 3 to 5 at morrismedialive.com.
Yes.
And we really want you to participate. We're out.
As a small biz grower, so we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz grower, so we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Got my capability statement, yes, I'm ready to go. Got my balance sheet, my P&L, my statement of cash flow. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Got my capability statement, yes, I'm ready to go. Got my balance sheet, my P&L, my statement of cash flow. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh yeah, got an appointment with the SBA, my business license and my CP.